This is Nathan Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. Today is Thursday, June 19th, 2025. We are located at 5333 Monte Vista Street, Los Angeles, California, 90042. We're performing a video sewer line inspection through a 4-inch black ABS mainline sewer cleanout located on the right hand side of the walkway in the planter area. As you approach the front doors to the front unit here in the front, there are two other units in the rear, and this is our 4-inch black ABS cleanout here. And it is a bullhorn. They do have another mainline cleanout that goes and sweeps underneath the home. And this is the front of the property here. We are on the right-hand side, or excuse me, the left-hand side of the property. And this is the walkway to the front door here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to place our camera head at the top of the cleanout. And we're going to zero out here. And we're just going to drop down and take a good look at our sewer. We are in black ABS sewer, and you can see we do transition. There is a little bit of an offset there, and you can see we do transition into cast iron. You can see the cast iron does have buildup and debris at the bottom there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to push out, take a good look. You can see that the cast iron is period of the home, and it's definitely seen its life expectancy. So we're just going to continue to push out. You can see there is quite a large offset here. We're just going to shake our camera head, and you can see here we do have a tie-in here. This tie-in in the black ABS, that is coming from the two rear units there. We do have the water running in the two units in the rear. So we're just going to pull back a little bit, and you can see here they do have a tie-in here. You can see that coming in from there, and then you can see there is quite a large root intrusion coming in through here, and you can see there is quite a large offset as well in between these two materials. You can see that the the cast iron to the black ABS have shift here, and you can see that there's the top of the black ABS there, and you can see that the diameter of the pipe has shifted. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to push out, and on our way back we will locate this area, and it is approximately 28 feet 7 inches here. You can see the roots coming in from the bottom from that joint, and you can see we do have our tie-in there from the rear, and we're just going to continue to push out, and you can see we do transition back into cast iron sewer line. It was a short section of black ABS, and you can see as we pull back here, we transition back into concrete, and you can see that the bottom of the cast iron is broken there. You can see in the transition. So we're just going to push out slowly, and you can see it is missing the whole bottom of the pipe there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to try to push out and continue. And you can see we do transition into concrete sewer pipe. You can see that those joints there have some root intrusion as well. And we're just going to continue to push out. And you can see roots in that joint as well. And as well as that joint. So we're just going to continue to push all the way out until we reach our city sewer tie-in. And from there we'll shut down our water and take a good look. You can see we have some concrete overpour there. And you can see we do have some more root intrusion there. And we're going to make a little bit of a turn, and we drop right into our city sewer. You can see that is our city sewer beneath us. That is the sewer running there. Okay, we did go ahead and push all the way into our city sewer tie-in. You can see this is our city sewer beneath us. That is the sewer running. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back slowly, take a good look at our saddle. This is our saddle here. You can see we still do have some water running. That is residual water coming from the back. So we're just going to continue to pull back. We are still in concrete sewer line here. So we did go ahead and make a turn. You can see we do have a little bit of an offset there. Nothing too major. So we're just going to continue to pull back. You can see there in that joint there, we do have a little bit of a gap in between that joint. And you can see there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back. And you can see in that joint there, we do have some concrete overpour. And that joint there seemed to be in fair maintainable condition, as well as that joint. And that joint there seemed to be in fair maintainable condition. And we're just going to continue to pull back. And you can see there we do have root intrusion coming in from that joint. This is in the lateral still. And we're just going to continue to pull back here. You can see in that joint as well there is some more concrete overpour. And that joint there seemed to be in fair maintainable condition. And you can see we do have some more concrete overpour in that joint. And you can see as well some more concrete overpour. So we're just going to continue to pull back. And you can see we do have some roots there. And we're just going to pull back to our property line to lateral transition. And you can see we do have quite a few more roots there. They are coming in from the top. And you can see root intrusion in that joint there as well. So we're just going to continue to pull back. And you can see as well as in that joint. And you can see here we do have what appears to be a break in our cast iron here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pause for a moment. This is our transition, our property line to lateral transition. You can see we are transitioning from what it appears to be cast iron sewer line into concrete sewer line. So we're just going to push in just a little bit. And you can see there that the bottom of the cast iron is broken and it is missing a piece there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pause here and we're going to locate this area. Okay, we did go ahead and locate this area, and we did mark it with a red crayon at approximately 3 foot 0 inches deep, just on the sidewalk area. And it is on the left hand side as you walk through the front gates. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to pull back, and that is our property line to lateral transition. You can see we do have a break there, so we're just going to push in, and you can see that the cast iron sewer line does have a large crack at the center of the pipe there, and it is missing a chunk. So we are going to continue to pull back. And you can see there we do have what appears to be a piece of plastic, and we are still in cast iron. So what we're going to do here, you can see we do have a large offset. This is our transition back into black ABS, and this is our section where we do have our tie-in for the 2 units in the rear of the property. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back. Here, and you can see there is our tie-in, and you can see we do have a root intrusion as well coming in from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here and we're going to locate this area. You can see that when they did compact the the two pipes together that the black ABS did shift here. You can see we do have quite a large shift. So what we're going to do is we're going to push in just a little bit, and we're going to pause here and locate this area. Okay, we did go ahead and locate this area, and we did go ahead and mark it with a red flag at approximately 3 foot 3 inches. So you can see here as we pull back, we do have quite a large offset here, and we are transitioning back into cast iron. And you can see there is the shift in the pipe, and you can see some more root intrusion bedding down at the bottom of the cast iron. And what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back. And you can see the cast iron does have scaling and build up there.
Okay, perfect. I think we should have it today.
And you can see here the cast iron does, seeing its life expectancy here, does have some build up, some more scaling there. So we're just going to continue to pull back. You can see we do have more root intrusion in that joint. And you can see some more debris there at the bottom. And you can see we do transition back into black ABS. You can see there is quite a large offset in that transition as well. That transition is holding water, and that would be another potential spot to catch a soft stoppage there. The toiletry can catch on the lip of the cast iron there, and it could create a soft stoppage. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back, and we're going to pull up and out of our clean out here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pause, and we're going to see if we can relocate ourselves to another clean out in the rear, and we can see if we can run the sewer line from the two rear units to the front tie-in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause. Okay, we did go ahead and relocate ourselves to the rear of the property, and we are on the right hand side, just outside unit number 5335 1 1/4. This is our 4-inch mainline sewer clean out for these two units. These are the AC condensers here, and this is the right hand side of the property. This is just outside the unit here. This is the unit, and what we're going to do is we're just going to place our camera head at the top of the clean out. We are running water in the other unit because the unit we are in front of, the door is locked and we don't have access to it. So we are running the shower in the other unit just to verify that the water is coming through. And we're just going to zero out here, and we're just going to drop down and take a good look. We are in black ABS, and we're just going to drop down. You can see the water running there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to push all the way out until we transition back into our cast iron in the front of the property there where we located. And you can see there what appears a little bit of a belly there. But what we're going to do is we're just going to utilize the water that we have running, and we're just going to shut down the water so we can pull back and take a good look. And you can see we do have an opening there. That was just on the right hand side of the walkway. There was another clean out opening. And we're just going to continue to push out. We are still in black ABS. All the black ABS seems to be all in fair maintainable condition. And you can see we do have another tie in there. And you can see we do transition back in to cast iron here. And we did go ahead and push all the way out through the cast iron from the front house, and we did go ahead and make it all the way to the city sewer tie-in. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we did go ahead and shut down the water there. And you can see we are in the cast iron here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back and we're going to transition back into black ABS. Oh, come on. Pause. And you can see we do transition back into black ABS here. You can see there is a very large offset there in that transition from the black ABS into the cast iron. We did go ahead and locate that, and we marked it at approximately 3 foot 3 inches deep with a red flag. So we're just going to continue to pull back, and we're going to pull back towards our 2 rear units here. This is running on the sewer line is running on the right hand side of the property. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back and take a good look. All of the black ABS sewer line for the 2 rear units all seem to be in fair maintainable condition at this time. So we're just going to continue to pull back. You can see there is quite a large belly here, and then we come up out of the belly. It's approximately a 5 foot belly, nothing too major, so we're just going to continue to pull back. And you can see all those joints there are all in fair maintainable condition. And you can see we do have a clean out opening there. That is just on the right hand side of the walkway. And we're just going to continue to pull back towards our rear clean out here. And we're just going to continue to pull back towards our clean out here in the rear. And we're going to pull up and out of our clean out. You can see all the black ABS. It's all in fair and maintainable condition at this time. And we're going to pull up and out of our clean out now. That will conclude our video sewer line inspection.